Okay, so this is the journal page 256, which is for lesson 11.3, talking about reflections. And if we look at number 1 here, it says tell whether the shaded figure is a reflection of the non-shaded figure. And if we look at number 1, would that be a reflection? And I would say no, because on the non-shaded figure, it's got a flat side that is exactly parallel to the reflection line. And then on the other figure, it's not parallel to it. It's been turned. So this is no for number 1. No. For number 2, is that a reflection in the line? Yes, it is a reflection. You can see those are mirror images of each other, so that is a yes. And then for number 3, is that hockey puck looking thing a reflection? And again, that would be a yes for a reflection in the line. For number 4, draw the figure and its reflection in the x-axis. So here's the figure. I drew the figure in. I plotted 1, 2 for A. I plotted 3, 2 for B, and I plotted 1, 4 for C, and I drew that in. And now we're reflecting in the x-axis. So the x-axis is this axis right here. And so now we're going to reflect in that. Point A will be still here, but it'll be 1, 2 spots away from the x-axis on the other side. 1, 2. So we'll put A prime right there. B will go down 2 to get to the x-axis and down another 2 to get to where it goes. So that'll be B prime. And C is 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away from the x-axis. So it'll be 4 spaces away from the x-axis, but on the other side. And that's C prime. We draw that in. And then we just make a visual. Is that a mirror image? Yes, it is a mirror image. And now we can write the coordinates here. A prime is still at 1, like it was, but now it's at -2 for the y. 1, -2. Notice the x will stay the same, but the y will be the opposite. So this one will be 3, -2. And this will be 1, -4. And we could go down here and confirm that. Yes, this is 3, -2. Yes, this is 1, -4. Same kind of thing for 5 over here. I already drew in the original. We have to reflect in the x-axis. So that's going to bring this box down here. It was 1 away. It'll be 1 away. That's where W prime will be. Going down to 4, that'll be X prime over Y prime. And then up to right here will be our Z prime. So it was 1 away from the x-axis. It's still 1 away from the x-axis, okay? So when we're plotting these, we'll go W prime, X prime, Y prime, Z prime. And again, we can just look at these dots right down here and write down the coordinates. Or, since we're going across the x-axis, the x coordinate stays the same, so that'll stay 3, like it was. But the y is the opposite. So instead of 1, it's -1. 3, -4. 1, -4. And Z prime is 1, -1. Then we go to the next 2, and we're going to now be reflecting in the y-axis. So we're going across the y-axis. So when we plot these, we'll have J prime, K prime, and L prime. This time, the y stays the same, but we get the opposite of the x. So here, instead of 3, 4, the 4 stays, but the 3 will be a -3. Here, the 0 stays, but the 3 will be a -3. And here, the 4 stays, and the 2 will be a -2. Or we could do it on the graph. K was 1, 2, 3 away from the y-axis, so it's 1, 2, 3 away, but on the other side. And it'll be now K prime. J was 3 away, so it'll be 1, 2, 3 away, but that'll now be J prime. And L was only 2 away, so it's only 1, 2 away, and that'll be L prime. When we draw that in, it's a mirror image in the y-axis, and here are the coordinates. And we can check those coordinates out to make sure they matched up. If we look L prime, -2, 4, 1, 2, -2, 4, yep, L prime, okay? Last one, we're going to reflect this in the y-axis. So it's 2 away for N, so it'll be 2 away again. 1 more away to get to P, so 1 more away to get to P. N coming down 1 gets us to M. And then they go all the way over here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 away, 1, 2, 3, 4 away to get to Q. So here's Q prime, M prime, P prime's the one that's far away from the axis, so still far away, so that'll be P prime. And then N prime is right here, N prime. And then we have to put those in, so L, M, N, O, P, Q. Notice they skipped O because it looks like a 0, so we don't really use O very often as a variable. M prime, well, I look here, it was 2, 2. The y stays the same, opposite of the x, so it's -2, 2. For N, y stays the same, opposite of the x, so -2. For P, -3, 3, because the y stayed the same, x is the opposite. And for Q, y stays the same, opposite of the x. Finally, for number 8, in a pinball game, when you perfectly reflect the ball off the wall, will the ball hit the bonus target? So it was 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll hit right above the bonus. So will the ball hit the bonus target? No, it won't. Awesome. Well, if you have any questions, let me know, and have an awesome night.